Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a Thermo Sudoku created by one of our dear patrons, Wisterial Fall. I have solved this Thermo Sudoku already and it is rated 4 out of 5 on a difficulty scale, and I expected it to be hard and it was really hard. I gave this Sudoku a try yesterday and I really enjoyed it. You have to dig in like really deep, and there were times where I thought that with the constraints, just the thermometers, would there be a unique solution, because it was so narrow and at times I was completely clueless where to look for, but I eventually completed it in about 35 minutes and I really enjoyed the reductions and I thought this should definitely be made into a video. So I hope you enjoy this solve. I'm going to take you through the solve path, which I think is the intended one by the author. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. Let's start the Sudoku now. Let's just go to the solve window. Okay, classic rules apply. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits from 1 to 9, no repetitions. Normal Thermo Sudoku rules apply, starting from the round bulb until the end of the thermometer. The digits will be in a strictly increasing fashion, which means that you also cannot have repeating digits on a thermometer. So as you can see, it is a completely clueless thermo. There are no given digits in the thermometers, in the grid I mean, and just you have these thermometers which force a unique solution. So let's start the Sudoku now. Okay, so these two thermometers that you see here are the most crucial ones in this grid. They give you the start. So let's start by putting some digits here. I'm using range marking on 3, 4, 5. So I've just started with the minimum most possible digit here, and I just went on till the end. Then let me start with the maximum most possible digit here, 8, maximum possible is 7, 6 and 5. Now let's do the same thing on this thermometer, minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and maximum 9, 8, 7, 6 and 5. Excellent. Now let's look at box 5 a bit deeper. So you can see that these 6 cells do not have a 1 or a 9 between them. So which means that 1 and 9 must be in these 3 cells. These digits you could have put right at the start just by looking at the thermometers, right? Because the middle of the thermometers can never have 1 or 9. You don't have a digit which is less than 1 and a digit greater than 9. So this could have been done at the start, but I wanted to write the range, so I've just used this way. So 1 is in here, so which means that the minimum most now becomes a 2. So here the minimum becomes a 3, the minimum becomes a 4, minimum becomes a 5, minimum becomes a 6. And similarly you also have a 9 here, so the maximum is now an 8 here, maximum is now a 7 here, 6 here, 5 here and a 4 here. Okay, so let's give a deeper look now. Okay, now look what happens to the cell inside this cell. This red cell here cannot be here because of Sudoku rules, and it cannot repeat on the thermo because digits strictly increase. So whatever comes here, 2 or 4 must be in one of these 3 cells. The red cell must go in one of these 3 cells, right? So let's remember that for now. And similarly, look at this cell, 6 or 8. It can't be in these 3 cells. It cannot repeat in the thermo. So 6 or 8 is also in these 3 cells, which means that this cell cannot be 5 or 6, right? Because if you have 5 or 6 here, and then you have a digit between 6, 7 and 8 here, which goes into this thermo, then 5 or 6 here will violate the thermometer. You cannot have a digit greater than 6, 7, 8 here. So that's why this cannot be 5 or a 6, which means I'm going to remove the 5, and put a 7 here. So this is the range, 7 or 9. And now let's think a bit deeper. And similarly, you cannot have 6 here, because if you do, you can never have a digit 2, 3, 4 here, because this cell is 2, 3 or 4 and it must be inside this cell. And if you have a 6 here, this becomes 7, this becomes 8, and you can't have 2, 3, 4 here. So 6, 7, 8 is eliminated. 6, 8, 7, 8, 6, 7. So 6 is eliminated. And for the same reason, you can also eliminate 5, as that would only force digits greater than 5 in here. But we need something between 2, 3 and 4. So 5 is also not here. That's a 4. The maximum here is 4, which means maximum here is a 3. Okay. And then let's think now. So 6 or 8. All right. You can't have 4 here, because that would rule out 6, 7, 8 from these 3 cells. So 4 is ruled out from here. So this is minimum 5. And same reason, you also cannot have a 5 in here. If you have a 5, 6, 7, 8 is ruled out, because these 3 cells will then be lower than 6, 7, 8. So 5 is ruled out. So the minimum most that can be there is a 6. Okay, so we've got something going on here now. Now let's think. Okay, let's think here. You can't have 9 in these 3 cells, right? So 9 must go into these 3 cells. Oops, sorry. How do I mark 9? Let me just put the corner 9 in these 3 cells. So in column 5, 9 cannot be in any of the round bulbs, and 9 must go here. And similarly, you'll also see that in column 5, 8 cannot be in any of these round bulbs. So if you have 8 here, this will be 9, but 9 is already ruled out. And for the same reason, 8 can also be eliminated from here. You can never have 3 digits greater than 8, which are distinct. So that means 8 in column 5 is also in these 5 cells, and that removes 8 from this cell. So that's a 6 or a 7. Maximum becomes 7, which means maximum here is a 6, maximum 5, maximum 4, maximum 3. Let's remove these 2, 3. This is 6, 7. Okay, so now because you have a 2 or a 3 here, you can never have a digit starting from 4 here. Then that will rule out 2, 3 from here. So this is not a 4, that's a 3 maximum. And this is not a 3 now, this is a 2 maximum, right? Because if you have 3 here, this becomes 4. Now let's put some center candidates. We've got 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, got a good start here. Now let's see. What do we do now? So I'm looking at this thermometer again to see if I can get anything there. 7. Okay, let's put some center here. 2, 3. So there's something that I saw here which I don't remember now. Wow, yeah. Okay, so in column 5 we deduce that 8 and 9 must go into these 3 cells. And look at this red cell. Where does it go in column 5? It can never be in these 6 cells. It can never repeat in the same box, and it cannot also repeat on the thermo. So which means it must go in these 3 cells, and any other digit will be eliminated from there. So 7 is not going here. It's 8 and 9. And it ultimately, these 3 cells can only take 2, 3, 8 and 9. 2 or 3 and 8 or a 9. And you also know that this cannot take 2 or a 3, right? Because this is a 5 cell long thermometer. It's 8 or a 9. Very nice. So we must have a 2 or a 3 in somewhere in here. Okay. What next? Okay, look at this cell. This is not in these three cells, it is not in the same thermometer, so it must go somewhere here. So I'm just thinking if could be here or here. If it's here, this has to be a 6 and this will be 9, 7 and 8. Okay, looks possible. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3. Something I saw here. Let me give a closer look. Okay. 1 in this column. Where does it go? It has only these three cells, so let's just put a corner there. 1 must be in these three cells in column 5, and we can't say the same about 2 yet because this cell is 2 or a 3. So this could very well be a 3 and 3 goes here and 2 could be in these three cells. So not. Right. So this cell cannot be a 6, right? Because if you do, then from these 6 cells, you have eliminated 7 and 8, right? If this is a 6, then these 6 cells won't take 7 and 8, and both 7 and 8 must be here. But there are only 3 cells here, and 2 of them are taken by a 1 and a 9, so which means this cannot be a 6. That is a 7 minimum. Okay, so that means 7, 8 go there. And what do we do next? Should I write all the possibilities here? Let's wait for a bit. 6 or 7, that has to be somewhere here. Not exactly certain where. So why don't we remove these, ranges now? So I could have written straight away the center candidates at the start, but I've switched my style to writing range marking nowadays. So I just wanted to stick to the same, because in contests I use this type, and only when it becomes 2 possibilities I write them inside. Just my style, maybe good or bad, but I'm used to it, so I'm just sticking with that. Okay, so 1 is not in these 3 cells, 1 goes in these 2 cells. Let's quickly take a look at the time. Time is 13 minutes and still we have not written the first digit. So let's keep on pegging away at this Sudoku. Okay, this is 8. I could have put the 8 here, but we don't know it. What am I missing here? Can't remember now. Oh, yeah, most important thing. Look at this column carefully again. Where does the 7 go? 7 cannot be in these cells. So it's these kind of questions that you keep asking in this Sudoku, not easy to get the answer. If you have a 7 here, I mean this cell, then the thermo will be violated. You need 3 digits more than 7, so simply not possible. 7 is forced here, which means this is supposed to be 8 because of the 9 here. That is excellent. So we got a crucial digit in. Now you can't have 6 here, because if that's a 6, oops, that's a 6, then 6 is forced into this cell and 6 is forced into this cell, but you can't have 3 digits greater than 6, especially that 7 and 8, since 7 and 8 have already been placed. So you can't have 6 here. That is a 7, and that forces 7 into these 2 cells. And also you can't have 8 in these 3 cells, so 8 is also forced into these 2 cells, which means we have a pair in there now. 7, 8. That is forced because of the thermometer. 7, 8 and 9. And now these two don't take a 9. These must be a 2, 3, 8. Excellent, guys. Look how the reduction is flowing. Now I know where the red cell goes. It has to be the same as this. Beautiful, really. Okay, now look at these digits 7 and 9. They must be spread somewhere in these 6 cells, and 9 particularly must be in one of these 2 cells. No other cell can take a 9 in that row, and 7 has multiple options, so let's not focus on that. Let's look at row 4. Where does the 9 go in that row? So if you look closely, 9 can be here, 9 can be here, or 9 can be here. Only 3 cells. Now let's look at the 8 in row 4. 8 can't go here. 8 cannot be in these 2 cells, because if you have an 8 in any of these 2 cells, you cannot have 2 more digits greater than 8. Similarly, 8 is also ruled out here. So 8 is in here or 8 is in here. 8 has just these 2 options in row 4. Okay, so we got something. This cell is not a 6, right? Just we saw it cannot be a 6. So in column 5, there is only one cell left for 6. This is the 6. No other cell can take a 6. And can you have 5 here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 is also ruled out from here. You have 5 here. You need 3 digits apart from 7 and 8, which are greater than 5. That is not possible. So that's a 5 forced. These cells are forced. Okay, can I have 4 here? Yes, I can put 5, 6, 9 here, so that is possible. Okay. Now the action is focused on rows 4 and 5. Remember doing something here vaguely. Okay, before that, let's sketch in some more pencil marks. Look at these cells. The maximum here is now a 6 only, because 7, 8, 9 are taken. The maximum is a 6 and minimum is a 3. It's a 3 cell long thermometer. So these must be 3, 4, 5, 6. These must be 2, 3, 4, 5. These must be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm writing the digits right away because possibilities are kind of limited. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now it's important to deduce. So I was thinking along the lines that if I can restrict 9 to these 2 cells, then I get an X-wing here. So I was thinking, can this cell be not a 9? So, but it wasn't easy to deduce that. So I thought the opposite way. Can these 2 cells be a 9? And I saw that they cannot be a 9. Why? Because if these 2 cells are 9, imagine, let's remove the 9 from here. If the 9 is in one of these 2 cells, we of course get a locked pair of 8, 9. But where does the 7 go? We are standing the 7. The 7 can either be here or here. And in both the cases, you must have 8, 9 here, and that will rule out both the cells here. So if you have 7 here, this becomes 8, 9 and rule out the possibility of 8, 9 from here. And if you have 7 here, this will be 8 and 9 forced, and this will rule out the possibility of 8 and 9 from here. So a really narrow reduction, to so to speak, but one which is necessary. So which means I can't have 9 in these 2 cells. That will ruin the party. 9 has to be here. The only other cell left for the 9 in that row. Okay. Now the next crucial reduction. Just on the same lines of thinking I was, but this took even more time. Look at the 7. The 7 has 4 possibilities along this row, right? It can either be here, 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 or here, right? So these 4 possibilities keep in mind for now. Now, if in the first case you have 7 in either of these 2 cells, let's split that into 2 possibilities. The first possibility is 7 is going in the thermometer. The second possibility is 7 becomes a pair with 8, right? Of course, that gets subdivided into 2 more possibilities. 7 can be here or here, but that is irrelevant. 7 is either in the thermo or it is becoming a pair. This is what we need to remember now. If 7 is in the thermo, then invariably 8, 9 goes here. And if 7 is in the thermo here, invariably 8 and 9 goes here. So remember these 4 cells. One of them takes an 8 and a 9, right? Now let's see what happens if 7 is, is not in the thermo, right? 7 becomes a pair here. That's what we are going to remember. 8, 9, right? If 7 becomes a pair, where does the 6 go? 6 obviously cannot be in the bulb because that will force 7, 8, 9 and rule out 7, 8 from here. So 6 will be in the extremity, right? Now what do those yellow cells become? They can't be 7. You have a 7 in this row 5. So they are either 8, 9 or 8, 9. So excellent. So if you have 7 in the thermo, you are forcing 8, 9 in the yellow cell. And if you don't have 7 in the thermo, still 6 is going to be in the thermometer and force an 8, 9. So which means in the yellow cells, there is an 8 and a 9. What a stunning deduction, guys. And that doesn't stop there. The show doesn't stop there. This is where you need to look even deeper. So until this point, I reached in about, if I remember correctly, 18 minutes. And then the next 10 minutes, I was clueless. You have to think deeper from this point. It's really, really difficult to see how the Sudoku will proceed from here, but I'm going to show you exactly how to continue from here. So now we know 8, 9 is going here or 8, 9 is here. And remember, I told you that I was looking for an X-swing of 9s here, but I've got an X-swing of 9s by a different method. 9 is now either in row 5 column 1 or row 5 column 9, and 9 is also here. So which means none of these cells can take a 9. It's not much, but I'm just showing you. None of the green cells can take a 9 because for those 2 columns you have got 2 9s. And now the maximum that can get here is a 6. 7, 8, 9 is ruled out. So it's 6 maximum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Something small, but not much relevant to the solve. Okay. Now the next part of the reduction is the most crazy one. That involves eliminating 8, 9 as a possibility from here. Really tough one. You can't have 8, 9 in those pink cells. Let's see what happens. You have to think really deep, but I'm just going to put in the digits and show you what happens. If you have 8 and a 9 here, where does the 8, 9 go in column 3? 8, 9 goes here as a pair, right? And also remember that one of these 2 cells take an 8, right? So if this is an 8, then 8 gets forced here. Now, look carefully along column 3 and row 4. This is where it breaks. You can't have 8, 9 here. Where does the 7 go in row 4? 7 cannot be in these 2 cells because you already have removed 8, 9 as a possibility. So 7 will be in somewhere in these 2 cells, right? Let's mark that as green. 7 is somewhere in the green cells along row 4. Now look at column 3. Where does the 7 go? 7 cannot be in any of these cells. Can the 7 be here? Only saving grace. But if you have 7 here, this becomes 8 and that becomes 9, leading to a clash. So which means 7 goes in these 3 purple cells. But you can't have a case where 7 is in green and 7 is in purple. So this is the breaking point of the Sudoku. Wisterial Fall, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the breaking point of Sudoku because I didn't find anything apart from this reduction for 10 minutes. I was looking so deeply, but this was the breaking point. I will be very, very surprised if this is not the intended path. It's extremely difficult to see. And the moment I got this reduction, now look how many digits fall into place. So 8, 9 is forced here. And in row 9, 9 is forced here. Excellent. And now let's remove these things. 8 along row 4 is not here. So 8 is forced here. Very nice. And now where does the 7 go in row 4? 7 cannot be in these two cells. 7 is in these two cells. Okay. And where does the 5 and the 6 go? You can also remove 6 from these two cells because if you have 6 here, there is no digit you can put in these cells because 7, 8, 9 is here. So 6 is also forced in these cells. And look where the 5 goes. 5 is also not here. If you put a 5 here, you will need at least 2 digits greater than 5, but 7, 8, 9 are ruled out. 5 is also not here, so 5 is here. So we've got a triplet along row 4, 5, 6 and 7. So let's put that to use. 5, 6, 6, 7, 5, 6 and 7. And this will be 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. Along row 4, now we have a triplet, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is forced here, and which means this is not 1. So this is not 2. This is not 3. Excellent, right? What a beautiful reduction. And similarly, this is not 1. This is not 2. This is not 3. Okay. What do we do next? Now 9 in row 6 is in these two cells. Just because of that one crucial 8, 9 reduction, we've got almost the whole area of boxes 4, 5 and 6. Okay, let's keep on with the Sudoku. 7 is in these two cells. Okay, maybe useful to write the digits in here given that maximum is only 6. So this is maximum 6 and minimum 4 because it's a 4 cell long thermometer. So it would be 4, 5 and 6, and this will be 3, 4 and 5. 5 is not possible. So 5 is ruled out here, and that means this cannot be 4 anymore. The 2, 3. So you have a 2, 3 pair in row 4. That is a 4. And this will become a 1, 2, 3. And you have a triplet 1, 2, 3 along column 4. So which means remaining digits must be 4, 5, 6 along the column. And this is a 1, 2 or a 3. Along the column, if you look at, we need 1, 2, 3, 8. So only 1, 2, 3 can go here. What next? Eight along row 9. Is that useful to look at? No, it has 3 possibilities. So it's not the one. Okay, 9 along column 6. Column 6, 9 has only 2 options. Has to be in these 2 cells. We have a triplet which I haven't noticed. 5 is in these 3 cells. 5 is in this cell. So 5 goes here. And similarly, 7 is also not in row 5. So 7 goes here. So we have a 5, 7, 9 triplet. This is not 9. 5, 7, 9. Okay. So this is 1, 2 or 3. So 1, 2 or 3. Whatever goes in this cell has to be here. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now look at column 7, guys. Awesome, right? These 5 cells don't take 7, 8 or a 9. And this cell also cannot take 7, 8 or a 9. If you have 7 here, this is 8 and this is 9. And clearly this cell is also not a 7, 8 or a 9. So 7, 8, 9 triplet is in column 7. What gorgeousness. What gorgeousness, guys. Really, Beautiful, right? This triplet, I really enjoy this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So can you have 6 here? This will be 7 and 8. That seems possible. So let's just leave that for now. Focus on 7, 8, 9 triplet. You have 7, 8, 9 here. That's a 9. And 9 is put here now. And that puts 9 in this domino in row 1. This becomes 7, 8 pair. All easy peasy stuff. And which means 9 in column 8 has only this option. This is a 9. And let's look closely now what is remaining. Maybe missing something here. Is there more here? Just thinking here. This is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. That will be forced. It's not helping really, right? 1, 2, 3 triplet in box 2, which I haven't noticed. That's a 4, 5, and that's a 5, 6. Okay. And 4 goes in one of these two cells in row 1. Come on. What I'm missing here? Not easy, guys. Even though I solved, I don't remember much now, except the crucial bits of logic. Okay, look at column 3. 8 is not here. 8 is not in these 3 cells. So 8 goes in one of these 2 cells. Just 2 cells for 8. So one step which I'm not getting here. What is that? So I could have 8 in these 3 cells. Give me a moment here. This seems to be stuck as ever. Ooh. Column 7 was crucial. What am I missing? Eight has 3 options. Let me look at column 3 again. I can't for the life of me remember what I did here. I have to find the same pesky little thing again. Come on. Why did I miss this? Look at row 9, guys. Where does the 1 go? You always keep asking this question. Where does this go? Where does that go? So 1 is not in column 3. 1 in row 9 has to be here. There's no other place, which means these are not 1s. This is not 1. So this is not 2. This is not 3. Very well. So 1 goes here. So that's not 1. That is a 1. Wow. So you have a 2 3 4 triplet, okay, along column 7. That breaks the Sudoku really. 5 goes here, 6 goes here. This 5 gives me a 6 7 5. Very nice. This is not 6, so this becomes 4 5 pair. That's a 6 now, which means this is 5, this is 4. These will be 1 2 3. Got the important breakthrough I was looking for finally. And 5 is here, so this is resolved. So 5 and 4, that is now 3, that is now 2, and 2 3 gives me a 4 here, which means this is supposed to be 5 and 6. Nothing else can go there. And now along column row 2 I put 1 2 3. This is not 1, so this is 1 2 1 2 3 triplet. 7 8 9, so this is a 5, that is a 4 and a 6. Okay, so this is not 2 3 4. This is not 2 1 3, not 3 1 2, not 3 2 8. Look at this. This is 4 6 for this box, and 4 is also not possible. So 6 4 3 2 3, and which means both are equal. 3, that's a 2, that's a 2. This is a 1 3 4, that is not 3, that's 1 2, that's 8 3 1 2. 1 goes here. So I'm just rushing a bit here because I thought I was solving too slowly. So I just wanted to show I can solve faster too. So 2 is in these two cells, so that gives a 2 here, and which means this is not 2, this is 1 3. And 5 in column 3 has only one cell, can't be here, can't be here. So 5 goes here, which means this is 7 9, and now 9 is forced here, 8 is forced here. That forces 8 and 7. The 7 8 pair gets resolved. That forces 7 in row 1, 7 goes here. That 2 3 gives a 1 here, a 3 here, 2 here, 1 here. Excellent, that's 1, which means that's 3 4. So now we need 7 8 9 along row 9. This is the solo cell for the column 7, and that's, oops, I said we need 4 7 8 for the row. 7 finishes off this column, 4 is forced here, this is 8, and that 4 resolves this 4 3 4 6 3. This is 6 7 8, and that's 5 4 1 6 and 2 3, right? So 2 3 2 1. Finishing of the Sudoku in a bit of a hurry. I shouldn't have taken 37 minutes. I was going too slowly, I felt. But what did you think? Do you want me to go slow, or do you want me to go faster a bit? Please let me know your thoughts in comments. But hope you enjoyed this wonderful Sudoku. To me, the deduction of the Sudoku was deducing that 8 9 cannot go here. That was too deep and not so easy to find. So let me know your thoughts. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.